Hey folks, Eric the old jarhead here. It's a bit windy out here, but I wanted to take a few minutes just to kind of run around and show you the camper a little bit so you could see what it looks like and what I'm using when I go milling. We're just gonna take a quick look around and show you the camper. So this is a Arctic Fox 990. That's basically a 10-foot camper. It's a pretty big camper. It's got a lot of room. It's got a queen-size bed overhead, and you can actually sit up in bed in this machine. This camper. It's awesome. So, kind of give you an idea. And I did put a 50-watt solar panel on the roof, and I can put a second one up there. Boy, that wind is really kicking. I'm gonna go ahead and open this guy up. You can see in here. We just have this button right here. We push that, push it out. You can see that just slides right out. All right, let's hop inside here and have a look. Let me turn that light on while I'm at it. Okay, it's a little messy. My wife's gonna kill me for this. I haven't set up the bed, but you know, it's got some great storage. Got some storage down there, storage here, storage there, storage all over the place on this guy. It's all over the place. Got lights up top, got a TV, kitchen here, got a nice big sink. This got a really nice little panel right here, so I can turn on the water pump. I don't know why that was still on. Porch light, cab over light. That's actually up in here. It just turns on the power up here. I've got a fault light just to let me know if there's a fault on the water heater. Water heater that works by both gas and 110. So if I want to switch it to 110, or the one beside it is gas. Right here we've got solar panel controller. Of course, you got some entertainment. You got the heater, air conditioning up there. And it's got quite a bit of room in here. I'm going to close this door. Now, why am I telling you about the camper? You might be asking yourself on a sawmill channel. Well, I know I've been asked, actually more than once over the years, about the camper. Now, this is both my home away from home as well as my office when I'm out on the road. In fact, I used to have flyers up on the wall, and I carry business cards and everything else in here. Now, it's got an onboard generator. It's propane powered. I've got two 7-gallon propane tanks. So when I go out on the job, I've got power. I can power up cameras for running YouTube videos, run a laptop. I can run my compressor to blow off the sawmill. So that's a really nice feature to have. And you know, it's also got a usable bathroom. The bathroom's big enough that, and I'm a big guy. I'm 260 pounds, 6 feet tall. It's a big enough bathroom. I could take a shower, can use the bathroom, all that good stuff. That's actually kind of important when you're out running a sawmill, because you ain't in yoga pants and tank tops running a sawmill. You're going to get dirty even if you aren't, and you're going to need a shower. Now, there is an outdoor shower head you can also use. It's really a hose sprayer, and I've been thinking about changing that to a shower head. But you can put a tent outside. In fact, I've got a pop-up shower tent. You can put that out there, shower all the sawdust off. Tell you the truth, I've only ever just used the bathroom in here. You know, you come in, jump in the shower, get all that sawdust off, clean up, get dressed, you know, put the radio on, listen to some music, read a book, you know, relax, have dinner, whatever it is. Usually for me, I bring a book, I put the radio on, listen to music, read a book, and this is my home away from home. It's my apartment on wheels. It has some storage room that I can put gear in it. Though usually I use the back seat in the truck. I just fold it up, fill it up with all my sawmill stuff. I've got my baskets on the sawmill. I put things like fuel and chainsaws and that kind of stuff on the sawmill itself. So yeah, I've got you know, I use the baskets on the sawmill. I can bring everything with me that way. And I do put my band box. Usually I have 2 of them. I'll put them either in the back seat, or a lot of time I'll set them inside the camper. But it's great. I mean, I've got a microwave. I can microwave dinner if I need to. You know, leftovers, bring them along. It's got a big full-size fridge. In fact, I'll show you that. I mean, this fridge right here is huge. That is plenty of room. That's a full-size fridge. You know, if you look at that's the freezer, right? That's a big unit. Honestly, my wife and I've lived out of this thing for 2 weeks at a time, no problem. And there's plenty of room. I'm gonna hop up here, and this will give you an idea. I'm standing on the step right near the bed, so you can see 6 feet tall. You know, this is a 5-inch insulated ceiling, so you can see how much headroom I've got. So I can hop up on the bed. So I'm sitting in bed, and I've got this much room above me. That's a lot of room, really, when you think about it, right? Meanwhile, you know, I'm looking out across the camper, and like I said, I've had 7 guys in here. So there's plenty of room in this camper as a you know, home away from home when I'm out on the job site. Makes a lot of difference. I think what I can do is I can walk around, kind of show you a couple other features, but before I do that, I'll show you. You can pack stuff underneath the table. There's plenty of room down there to do that. You've got room underneath the step, so you know, if you're bringing extra water or whatever, there's room under the step. And of course, you've got under the sink. A lot of times I use the microwave to put you know, to put bread, that kind of stuff in. And of course, you know, there's cabinets all over this thing. It's just plenty of room. There's also room underneath, so plenty of room. Again, this is the Arctic Fox 990 10-foot camper. It's heavy though. I will tell you that they call the dry weight on this at like 3,650 pounds. I'm always looking at about 4,800 pounds fully loaded to go for 2 weeks. That's with 50 gallons of fresh water plus 6 in the hot water tank. It's got a 30-gallon gray water and a 24 or 25-gallon black water tank. So if your propane tanks are full, your fresh water's full, you got 2 batteries, you know, you got all your food, all your gear, everything else, it's getting up there. It's probably 4,800 pounds for 2 weeks. Or out on a big milling job, I've probably got close to 4,800 pounds. That's why I run a dually. My payload on the dually, I think, is 5,200 pounds. So it can handle this camper no problem. And that's the beauty, right? Having a truck that can handle the camper, pull the sawmill, it does it just fine. I have no issue, frankly, with, you know, pulling the sawmill and cruising down the road. So there you have it. Like I said, Arctic Fox 990, 10 feet. This thing is big. I mean, if I put my hands, you know, from tip to tip, I'm spanning 6 feet. So, I mean, there's over 6 feet between the fridge and the cupboards above the sink here. You know, you've got tons of room. What can I tell you? We've had this camper 4 years. I did carry it on a single rear wheel truck. I did a bunch of work to the suspension. It actually worked pretty well. I would say, you know, ideally, it's not the best way to go. It was a 2010 F350 with the 6.4 single rear wheel, 1 ton. It did it okay. I put stable loads upper and lower, Rancho 9000s, and a big wig rear sway bar. I mean, it did fine. It hauled this thing around all day long. I put 5,000 miles on that truck with the camper. But honestly, going through, you know, rough terrain or something, I think I actually broke something once on hauling it into a job site with the sawmill. So it's just not really the ideal scenario. And the dually's the way to go, honestly. So I know that's not the point of this video. The point of the video isn't to talk about type of truck to use or anything else. It's just that, you know, you guys have asked. So there's your answer. Love the camper. It's I can't stress enough how great it is. I think my first remote job where I didn't stay in a hotel, I stayed in a tent. And you know, it was okay, right? I had my camping gear. I've done a lot of camping over the years. Stayed in the tent, slept okay. It was kind of fun actually, but it was just 1 or 2 nights, and you know, the camper is so much better. At the end of the day, milling, I'd much rather be able to come in, have a quick shower, pour myself a drink, grab some dinner or whatever, and maybe there's a campfire going out there or something. I can go out and sit there and BS with the guys into the evening, come back in, get a nice good night's sleep. If it's hot out, I can run the generator, have the air conditioning running. If it's cold out, which more often than not it's cold out when I'm milling, you know, then I got heat. I can throw the heat on. It's nice and warm in the camper. You know, got everything I possibly need. Plenty of changes of clothes, first aid gear, you name it, it's all here. There's also a tray underneath the camper, and I can walk around a little bit and kind of show you some of those things. So I'll do that real quick and just kind of show a little bit of the extra storage that I have for you. And I will tell you that there's going to be some sawmill videos coming soon. I'm getting more calls. It's going to be crazy. So I expect to see lots of videos coming up of me milling up logs. And I intend to do some more talking about, you know, what portable milling is, as opposed to, say, stationary milling or a big milling operation. Remote / portable, transient, whatever you want to call it, milling. It's a different animal. It's a different world. I know a lot of you out there probably do that now, so you'll appreciate this. Those that don't, or those that are thinking about it, you might learn something. You might enjoy it. So while I'm at it, you know what? If you like these videos, if you think there's something worthwhile in them, if you like the content, do me a favor, hit that like button. I'd really love it if you did. Help spread these videos around. Helps the channel out too, so I appreciate that. Listen, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to run around out here, show you a few more things, and then we're going to cut this sucker off. And again, more sawmill videos are coming. Hang in there. The milling season is about to get started, and I've got 5 or 6 customers lined up right now, so we're going to get rocking and rolling really, really soon. All right, let's take a walk around. I'm going to try a new 2-camera setup. Let's see how this works. One GoPro facing forward, one facing the old jar head. Never done this before, so it'll be kind of fun to see how that works out. So, all right, just a couple quick things. Again, I'm going to pop that sucker open and show you that. You got a tray there. You got some storage under here. You got these drawers right here. Right, so you got plenty of drawers. You've got cupboards up here. Lots of extra room in the cupboards. You got the microwave. That's pretty sweet. Believe it or not, I do use it when I'm out milling. And you got this cool pantry here that pulls out, so you can store a lot of food in there. Got another one down here. Plenty of extra coffee and stuff. If you need to, you can store stuff in the oven. Of course, you got the stove top. And again, you got all the cupboards up there, full-size fridge. You've also got storage down below on both sides. So you can see, got some room down there. Got that light turned off. I'll pop in the bathroom. It's probably dirty. The wife will get mad at me, but gives you an idea of what you got. And again, I'm 6 feet, 260 pounds. I'm currently standing right here in the bathroom. Look at that. I had some headroom. Plenty of room to move around. I know it's kind of crazy, but honestly, if you're going to buy a camper, the one thing you really want is a bathroom you can use. All right, let's get outside. Now, I'm just going to run this sucker in. I love the electronics on this thing. You really can't beat this. Now you've also got a couple controls right here. Down here, there's one for turning the light on. I've also got the awning, so it has the electric awning, which is up here. So you got an awning up above. Let's see. Here we go. Back up a little bit. The awning's up there. It's bright out here. I'll lock this guy up for you. Now you can run shore power. So now there's a tray underneath the bottom down below. They call that a joey tray, and that's actually pretty useful. I put things like cant hooks and shovels and things in there. And then we've got the 2 7-gallon tanks there. So that gives me plenty of propane. Hot water, batteries, auxiliary shower there. And then of course you've got your drains down below. And this is a 4-season camper, so you actually can use this in the middle of the winter. I have plenty of times. It works fine. And you got another storage over here. And one nice feature about these guys is that it's got this, all the magnets, right? So you can see in here we've got some storage, but what I really like is these magnets, right? You open that guy up and it just stays up there like that. You just can't beat that, frankly. That's really awesome. And then of course all these lock. Now this is a big camper, right? You got the big slide out, and there's your fridge and heater all out over there. You know, it's big. It's big, it's heavy. There's an emergency crank here for the slide out if something happens. These are all electric legs. I just have a remote and I push the remote. It's pretty sweet. You know, you go out on a milling job. It's a long day of milling. And you're like, oh man, do I really have to load this guy up or down? So what we gotta do, take this, move that up or down. That's all there is to it. All right, there you go, folks. The old Jarhead's camper, the old Jarhead sawmill. They go hand in hand. All right, y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Yes, I still have the Jeep. So does the wife.